Hi, in this video we will learn the basics of matrix theory. What's the matrix, what are the dimensions of a matrix, entries of a matrix, and so on. Let us start with the first question. What is a matrix? Well, a matrix is a double array, is a double array of numbers. Which we write it in the rectangular form, written in the rectangular form. Something like, example, like A. This is double array 1, 2, 3, -1, 2, -2. And then we put these square brackets around the matrix. So another one will be something like 0, 1, 1, and 0. These are examples of matrices. Well, being double array means that, they have number of rows and number of columns. Yes. For example, A has 2 rows and 3 columns. Or B has 2 rows, 3 columns. Yes. These numbers are called the dimensions of the matrix. So let me write dimensions of matrix. So the number of rows and the number of columns are called the dimensions. The dimension of the matrix. And the way we write it, if we have a matrix, if A has m rows and n columns, we say A is an n by m by n matrix. So this is something convention, that the standard convention, and I believe that's the only convention, that always we put the number of rows first, then number of columns, m by n matrix. In our example in example, the A is 2 rows, so 2 by 3 matrix. So it is a 2 by 3 matrix. Or the B we have there, it has 2 rows and 2 columns. So it is a 2 by 2 matrix. This is the first thing you see in the matrix, the number of rows, number of columns. Then you want to go in and see more details. So the entries of the matrix are basic ingredients of the matrix, yes? So these guys, we have a very standard notation for that. So convention notation for entries. So first thing is that, when you write matrices, usually we denote matrices by capital or upper English letters, such as like A, you already seen. I have been doing this thing A, B, C. And well, if you're working with the entries of A, we use lower case, same lowercase English letters. So it is to denote entries of a matrix, we use lower case English letter of the name of the matrix. So if I have A, then we are going to denote the entries of A by lowercase. Well, I need two numbers also, so you will see always there will be I, J there. Well, these entries live in a city called matrix, and each of these guys have an address. When someone asks you what is the address of an entry, so what you do basically, or how they say their address, says, well, the street row number and then the street column number. I live in the intersection. So if the row number is I and the column number is J, the entry and at the intersection is called AIJ. As the convention for the dimensions, always row comes first and column comes second. Let us check our examples here. Let me just copy this. And come down here, example. So for this A, for this A and B, for example, A 1 means what? Means that the entry on first row and the first column. So this guy is 1. A1, 2 is first row and second column. In this case, it is 2. And so on. This is A11, A12, A13, A21, the second row, first column, A22, and A23. And here we will use B11 is 0. So let me write it here. B11 is 0. B12, the first row, second column is 1. B21 is 1, first row, second row, first column, and B22 is 0. Sometimes just to emphasize that we are following this convention here, what we will write is that A is AIJ. It means that the entries of matrix A we are denoting by A, lowercase a, with some subscripts. So that's the conventions we use, and we will start working with these matrices in more details, the operations. especially the product of the matrices and inverse of the matrices is what we are heading toward.